I mean, this right here. But to criticize somebody, now if somebody walked up to you from the street out here while you were cutting, right, and they started telling you how to cut and how to do the yard, and they just walked up. They don't. They got a backpack on their shoulders. They ain't on nothing. They ain't showing anything, and they just walk up to you and they say, "Well, yeah, this is how you need to put that on this height, and you need to do this, and you need to do that." I'm gonna look at them like they're crazy, because here you are walking up, and that's basically what you're doing, walking up to my channel and trying to give me instruction, and you ain't really got nothing to stand on that I can see.
Right.
You show me. I'm a show me guy, dude. Man, these guys, they think they can tell somebody something on YouTube and that makes it true. You know, it's just crazy, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get him going, and then I'm gonna go down here to the dealer, man.
Peace out.
Yeah, peace out, y'all. All right, y'all, good morning. Tuesday morning. Today's the day that I got a big site to do. It's 16-acre site. I got the drone with me today, and I should be able to get some drone footage today. The other day, I put the drone in the air, and I thought it was doing video, but it didn't have no SD card in it, and apparently my phone was full, so it wouldn't download it to my phone, so I couldn't get it, man. And I hope that's, you know, that was all that was wrong, but we'll see. I got so we're gonna do the 16 acres. It's a lot of cutting, but also along with that 16 acres, and you know, the 16 acres is not. It's a regular cut. I cut it about 4 times a year. I know I had some guy come on there last night talking about, well, he wouldn't do it a monthly, and talking about how you know, if I didn't do it monthly, you know, as a man, some of these comments I see sometimes, man, are just totally out there. You know, you can't. It's hard to compare my business to somebody else's business. You might do it your way in your area, and that's fine. But there's so many factors that go into the price of a yard. You know, you can't just say, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and across the board for this amount of money, and it be like that across the board. Because you got to look at, and man, I can't emphasize it enough. It seems like this one guy, he don't hear nothing but what he thinks, and I'm telling him, dude, you gotta, you know, you have to look at what it costs you to do a property, you know. And if I'm already on a property, on a site, and I got 5 on that in that area, and the little old lady comes up to me from next door and says, hey, can you hit ours once a month while you're over here doing these other ones, and we'll pay you, you know, $130. Now, I ain't chasing that type of customer, but I'll do it if it makes sense to me, being a business owner, to me. And if they want to pay me $130 for about 45 minutes to an hour's worth of work, I'm going to do that, you know, considering it's on the same route that I'm already on, you know. So you got to look at it like that, man. I don't understand why some of these guys come on there and they're saying that they wouldn't do this and they won't do that, and they'll do this and they'll do that, and this guy keeps, well, you're only making $32 a week. But no, I'm making more than $32 a week, because I'm only spending an hour there a month. So if I was going every week, then it'd be different, but I'm not. So, you know, it's all good, man. I mean, you can't be thinking about it like that. I'm doing a video.
Somebody behind you.
No.
No, you do now.
Yeah.
Another hell ain't no joke.
So So you can't really look at it like that. You got to look at what it costs you to do the property, man. And if and one guy was saying that, man, there ain't no way out. You know that property we did over there, the new one, not this one right here, but the other new one we did, the rough cut. Yeah. The one that took us an hour and a half. I know that we'll be able to do it in an hour for the 130. He says, man, you're only getting $32 a week. I'm like, how am I only getting $32 a week? He said, I would never do that, man. It's $32 a week. I said, I only have to go once a month, and I said, I'm going to be in there an hour. And it's on a route where I'm already doing other properties around there.
At it that way. You're looking at it like I only have to show up once.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, dude. I mean, I've totally lost y'all for real. I mean, this guy, he comes on and then he starts telling me what the, well, he basically does a feasibility study on running a business in my area. Telling me what the what the average income is here, what the average household is. It's not very impressive, man, because anybody can Google that. I mean, you're basically doing a feasibility study on what the income is, and that might be good for some businesses, but man, you can throw all this shit out the window, man, when you're talking about doing lawn care. Because there's way too much competition out here. You're not going to be able you're not going to be able to use those numbers hardcore and to determine your price.
Everything changes.
Well, they have to damn understand that my prices are dictated and based on what it costs me to do the property. I might be real smart on every expense, right? I might be real smart in how I spend my money just in general. And I might be able to pay these mowers off quicker than the average person. So therefore, I can do the property maybe $10 cheaper than the other person because I'm smart in every other aspect of my money. For instance, I don't market. I don't spend any money on marketing. I don't buy door hangers. I don't pay people to go out and put door hangers up. Huh?
Buy t-shirts.
Yeah, I buy t-shirts. That's the only, but that's because I gotta have, you know, t-shirts. The only marketing that I do.
Right.
And you know, but everybody does that.
Right.
I don't go out and buy advertisers to hang on people's doors. I don't throw bags with rocks in people's mailboxes. You know, I don't do any of that. So to all the guys, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And to all the guys that do that, you're saying it costs you money to do that. Now, I don't know how much or how little, but it costs you something. It costs you time more than anything.
Right.
Where you're focused on marketing while I'm out here doing the $130 property in an hour.
Word of mouth.
You know, so all my work is word of mouth. So that's an expense that a lot of lawn care guys have that I don't have. I simply don't have it, y'all. Not at all. I do not market at all. Do I?
No.
I don't market at all. And I stay covered up, y'all. I turn down work.
Told me you needed help bad.
I mean, I turn down work, so it ain't like, and it's hard for me to come on here if I'm watching somebody else's video and say, well, man, I wouldn't do that for that, unless it's just absurd. Like, now, if I was over there at that property and I told y'all it took me 3 hours and I'm making $50, well, that's absurd, you know. But when I'm telling you that I can do that property once a month, no detail, I believe that I can get away over there without a helper next time because I sprayed. And I go over there with my mower, with my zero-turn mower, and I can spend an hour over there now, and I'll get that 130. Now, yesterday I charged him 160 because it was the first time, and I had to do a little bit of spraying. Yeah, and it was thicker than normal. It was the first time. What y'all saw yesterday on that first ugly cut that we did was it ain't been cut in 6 months. So if that's a 6-month cut, just imagine what a 1-month cut will be. It's going to be easier. I'm just saying. And there was a winter cleanup and all that too, you know. It just kills me that these cats. This one guy in particular, I got a hard on for Ray. You know, he like almost stalking Ray. Whenever he comes on there and he says all this crazy shit, right? And I ain't saying that he ain't got no business sense or does or don't. I don't know. But I don't, you know, I can't determine that because he tells me, well, all your equipment's about to go. You know, all your shitty equipment, you know. And I'm like, it's a lawnmower, man, and they cut great, and they cut fast.
All the weed eaters and stuff we bought this year, last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about the mowers, and this guy's got one mower, and Well, he says he's in 5 states.
Okay.
But don't you know that a guy that has built a business up to where he's 5 statewide,
Right.
he'd be pretty proud of that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Don't you think he would show some equipment?
I mean,
A trailer, a couple trucks, a trailer.
your trailer and truck,
I mean, I'm talking about this guy.
I know.
He does
Stuff,
5. He says he's in 5 states, and he ain't shown me but one lawnmower and a beat up truck. So yeah, good 5 states. Okay, you can be whatever you want to be on YouTube.
Georgia sucks to you.
But he ain't. I don't even know if he ain't in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
But he's telling me what I should price, and then he says something like, all your equipment is washed up, and I'm like, and as soon as they quit working, I go buy another one because I make bank with them. I mean, I make money with all my equipment, dude. And the thing about it is, I show my equipment. Why don't you show yours? Show me your equipment. Show me your Bobcat and all the things that you've built up. I mean, just show me something other than a one mower and a trailer and a couple of 15-minute clips where you're cutting grass.
Right.
Show me your thinking process while you're out here. Show me, open yourself up like I do so I can critique you like you critiquing me. And that's what I'm talking to this guy. And he knows who I'm talking to. And he, I just don't, it's just stupid, man. I don't mind guys coming on there and saying, hey, they would do this and they would do that, or try this or try that. But you got to be qualified to be able to tell me. You can't come at me when you sitting there with 5 yards and one dinky ass mower trying to tell me how to run my business after 15 years. Show me what you're working with. Show me 5 states of lawns that you cut with your one truck and trailer. Show me all this stuff. Then I might be more prone to listen to somebody that's got the tangibles to back it up.
Sounds like you spread too thin, man.
Huh?
Sounds like you spread too thin.
Yeah, dude, he ain't got 5 states, and he ain't got all that. You can be whatever you want to be on YouTube. I'm Dr. Ray. You can call me Dr. Ray. I mean, I'm a dentist and an MD. I mean, be whatever I want to be. It just kills me, man. So then he keeps at it. Well, it's only $32 a week you're generating for the business. I said, I don't know how I said, no, it's $130 a month for 1 hour.
Yeah,
I don't know how you can look at it any other way.
That's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. And considering I'm already out that way on other jobs, why not?
Mine too. What was it, 5-10 minutes from the house?
Yeah, why not?
Sonoma.
I mean, he went into telling me all the stats on Sonoma and the income the people making Sonoma and all that.
It's only getting better.
Yeah. So
I mean, he might have stats from 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You don't know when it's.
Well, the thing about it is, it doesn't matter. All that is irrelevant. Because if there's a guy that's cheaper than me, and he comes in there and he's cheaper and he can do them cheaper and more efficient, then it don't matter what the medium household income is in this area.
Right.
It don't matter.
It don't.
Because if he's coming from a cheaper place where he's living at and it's cheaper than living here, then he might be able to do his jobs cheaper than me. Because he ain't got to pay, $1,000 or $1,500 a month mortgage.
Right.
I do.
Taxes on everything.
Right. So, it's just hard to watch a video or two and then talk about these things and then not really be able to back it up by anything that you can show me. And the videos are me in the journey here, and I don't mind guys coming at me. But man, come at me with some substance, dude. Because don't come at me half cocked, man, because I got something for you. I've been doing this way too long, for real. I come from actually nothing, y'all, for real. I mean, I did, I come from not having anything.
I know your story.
So, so for a guy to come at me and, tell me how to make money, well, I don't really like to listen to all that when even though he might have some great ideas, but he ain't really, and he's coming at me kind of slanted too, you know, in the comments. He's coming at me kind of, you know,
off-putting.
Yeah, it's you know, it's kind of anal how he's coming at me, you know. Y'all can tell, you know, and y'all can read the comments. He's on there unless he deleted them. I don't delete none of that shit. And I'm like, I don't know what his deal is, you know.
That's exactly what it is. Guaranteed.
But I mean, he came at me about a month ago, right? This is no lie, y'all. He came at me about a month ago with the same type of passive aggressive text and stuff, you know. I mean, comments, and telling me that he's got a $1 million company and all this, but he ain't showed one thing that would describe. He said he's been in business 25 years. I mean, he ain't showed one. I said, dude, if you've been in business 25 years and that's all you got, man, I don't want to listen to you. 25 years of being a business owner in this game. If I'm in this game 25 years, you're gonna know it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna, because this equipment's expensive. You know, and I can and I've been doing it 15 years, and y'all see the equipment I done built up. You know, 25 years, you ought to have Mac Daddy equipment. You know, in 5 states, you got to have more than one lawnmower to run 5. Continue cutting. You know, then we'll have all 3 mowers over there. So, but y'all, just kind of want to do a little intro this morning, y'all, about all that, and you know, it's hard for somebody to count. It's hard for me to count other people's money, and it's damn sure hard for you to count my money. So don't be trying to count my money, man. Because it's good, trust me.
It all comes back to $130 an hour.
Yeah, I mean, to me it does.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, because I guess he thinks that I don't have enough work to where he seems like one of those type guys that'll cut the property even if it don't need it. See, I don't have any weekly customers. I got, out of 100 customers, I probably got 2 that want me to come every week. And a lot of times they don't need them. They don't need it in 2 weeks, in a week. So, you know, he was saying, man, he wouldn't do that once a month, and he'd do it weekly, or he wouldn't do it at all. Well, then you'd be sitting at home on the couch. But so that man ain't gonna pay you weekly.
No,
he don't need it weekly, dude.
Not 130 either.
Yeah. I mean,
nobody wants to spend $600 a month.
I mean, and he's saying, well, it's cheaper. And then he said some crazy shit. He said it was cheaper, you know, to do the properties every week than it is to do it every 2 weeks. Now, how the hell you figure that?
You can't run your business.
How do you figure that it's cheaper to do it every week than it is every 2 weeks? Because every week, these trucks drink a lot of gas. I don't know if y'all's truck drinks a lot of gas. My truck drinks a lot of gas. And if I crank this truck up and pull off somewhere, and I'm going every week, I can go every week for $50, or I can go once a month for $130. I'll take that once a month for $130 because I got way too many customers to be doing a $50 yard out in an area that ain't nobody around, because nobody else is weekly.
Doing it this way too, it frees you up to actually, you're able to pick and choose what properties you want to do.
Right, and you're able to, well,
you can drive.
I don't want to go out to a $50 property weekly when everybody else on that route is not weekly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because then on that week that nobody else on that route is getting their property done, I'm out there at that one fucking property getting $50 instead of getting $500. See,
somewhere else.
And or because the rest of that route is not weekly.
Right.
They're every 2 weeks.
Right.
So every 2 weeks is great. Then on that week that the other customers ain't on that route because they're every 2 weeks, what about that odd week? Then I'm way over there 20 minutes out of the way from you where I'm making $50. No, I'll just hit it once a month for the 130, for the 130, do a little spraying, incorporate a few other little jobs. He wants me to bring the lift over there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know how to get to some money, y'all. Don't think I don't. I just look like this. You know, we just look like a bunch of country bumpkins down here in Georgia.
I made you plenty of money, man.
We do just fine.
Yeah.
You know, and could I make more money? Well, probably so, but I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Yeah, but it's hard for me to listen to somebody that ain't got no equipment and ain't got that really can't show me nothing. Show me something, man. You know, or just watch the videos and leave all your negative comments to yourself, man. You know, because you ain't talking about nothing, man. If you want me to listen to your direction and all, well, show me what you're working with, man. That's simple.
I mean, you're always down for some
I put everything out there, y'all. My thinking process, the issues I have with labor and hiring guys, the issues I have with customers, the properties, and my thought process on the properties. It's all out there for everybody to see.
Man, we have had some issues too.
You know, so I mean, I don't know, dude. When I buy equipment, I show that. When I buy equipment that I think's junk, I show that too. When I make dumbass moves, I show that. You know, it happens, man. You know, it's what you call. It's just what you call being real. Yeah. You know, and you know, if I want to watch TV, entertainment, actors, then I can go on TV and watch all that, man. You know. But for somebody to come on here and critique every little move I make, and then them talking about they got 5 states, but they got 1 truck and a damn one lawnmower. Nothing wrong with that, but don't come preaching to me when you're in that state. You might want to listen to what I'm telling you instead of thinking I'm going. Well, I'm showing you what I got. Show me what you got, man.
$32 a week, really?
Yeah, $32 a week, dude. I don't do nothing for $32 a week, man.
Right. That's because you're not showing up 4 times a month.
Well, you have to look at things on what it costs you. Like, for instance, just a little thing that's an expense that people don't think of. You know, some people pay $25 to go get their hair cut. I don't pay nothing.
I don't either.
I mean, I don't pay nothing. So that $25 that somebody else might pay to get, or $20 or whatever to get their hair cut, I ain't spending that money. Right. And that's just a little thing, but I live my whole life like that. Yeah. I live my whole life like that. I don't pay for anything unless I have to. For all the guys that take their equipment to the dealer for an oil change and for things that I don't take the dealer to. Well, while you're doing all that, running around, taking your weed eater in and wondering why it won't start and all that shit, I don't do none of that, dude. I'm making money. So I might be able to do a property cheaper than somebody else because I can fix a lot of shit. I can identify the problem and I can fix it.
You weld together some shit.
I mean, you know, I can do a lot of different stuff.
That pull behind was a massive
yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of different stuff, man. So, you know,
that was a project.
I might be able to make more money, but you got to look at it like what it's costing me and my ability to save money everywhere else. So if I'm saving money all over here, then I can do mom and pop's yard over there, help the little old people out, man, for a cheap, and it not be a big deal. Don't bother me none, man. I'm gonna make the 130 in an hour, no matter how you look at it.
I've seen you cut all these grass for free.
Yeah, I've done free shit before. Yeah. You know, it ain't something I like to do, but you know, if I feel like doing it, and that's the good thing about being self-employed. You know, I get to pick and choose what I want to do. I get to pick and choose, you know, what jobs I want to take. Now, of course, when things don't work out, I get to pick and choose the price I pay too. So that's all relevant, man. You know, you just have to. And I do know. So they kept talking about the job where the Bermuda grass, you know.
Yeah, $70.
Yeah, the $70 property. See, to me, and y'all have y'all's opinion. To me, I'd rather be on that ugly ass cut that we was on the first one than on that cut.
100%. Yeah.
I would. You know, I don't know why. Well, you know.
I do because everything's so enclosed. You got everything.
You got dog. You got a dog shit. You got a pool. You got
neighbors.
You got, and then you got. You know, it's just about preference, man. And I don't judge nobody on their preference of yards they like to cut. I like cutting this kind of shit. I like cutting ugly, tall shit because you know why? Because the machine does all the work.
Yeah.
I don't have to have all the labor.
As long as you know how to run it.
Right. The machine will do all the work. I don't have to have all that labor. You know, if I'm doing a $70 yard and I got to pay 35 of it in labor to get the yard on point, then am I really making any money? Or I could go do a $60 yard and have $10 in labor.
That's better.
And not have all the work that goes with some of the fancier properties.
Definitely.
You know,
that's why you don't like.
You know, I like doing 10 acre, 15 acre rough cuts.
Sometimes I like the big ones.
You know, where I'm pulling my truck up and I'm not moving that truck all day.
Right.
I like that.
That's what I like too.
You know, because because everything that all the machines that I buy is based on that type of.
Was great.
Yeah, I mean, of course, he would have something to say about that.
Really?
Oh, he'd have something to say about that. He'd be saying something like, we were doing that job in what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
I do that job in 3 hours, and we make $600, and then we go do 5 lawns.
Yeah.
We'd be at like $900 by 3 o'clock or some shit. I mean, and
you had a $75 yard right down the road too.
Yeah, bam. I mean, we just like today. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do them. We're gonna do a big cut, and we're gonna do about 5 lawns. All in that general area. Now, if I have to come back and do one of these lawns, then it's not hardly worth it. Then the money needs to go up for that lawn that I miss. But if I can make sure that lawn is done today, then I can keep my number at $60 or whatever, instead of having to jack it up to 80 because I got to drive all the way back over here to do one. So today's going to be a little bit longer of a day. You have to be looking at things. You have to be looking at things in that way. Yep. This route takes you way out here.
Yep.
Well, even if there's $100 yard 20 miles away over there, it's going to cost me more to do it than what I want to spend.
Right. Time more.
Now I might try to get that yard, but it won't be on the same route as these.
Right.
I try to figure out where it's at. I'll look at where it's at on the map.
You got other yards over.
And I'll see if I got other yards and how I can incorporate. And then you got to throw the other curveball in there. Drew's kind of new, so I can't send Drew to every single property. There's a whole lot of moving parts out here.
Definitely.
And I can't send Drew to this property because of that. I can't send Drew to that property because he ain't ready for some of these properties yet. And that's okay. I'm not bitching, and Drew's doing great. I'm not saying nothing bad about Drew. Drew knows where we're at.
He's grinding every day. You gotta give it to him. He's showing up.
Yeah, he comes to work every day, and he's doing everything I ask him to do, and he is learning. It's a learning process.
Right. He seems relaxed.
To be the most efficient, y'all. I ain't talking about just making a living. I'm talking about making top dollar based on my time. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anything else is noise. I want to be the best I can be no matter what. Whether that's in the routing efficiency, and the equipment that I buy efficiency, all that plays a part in how much money you make.
I see you got your face mask too. That comes in handy on that $70.
Oh yeah.
That computer grass is going everywhere, man.
Man, and like I said, a couple of the guys had some good suggestions. I need to go and put the chute blocker on. Today, what I'm going to do is I got to go down to the deal, which is about 5 miles, 6 miles that way. My cut that we're going to is about 3 miles this way. So what I'm going to do is the big cut. So what I'm going to do, since I got the third guy out here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the big cut. I'm going to get that guy going on that big cut. And then I'm going to go, then once with the mower that I got on the trailer. And then once he gets going on the big cut, I'm going to go down to the Skag dealer and get the demo they promised me from yesterday. And then while he's cutting the whole time, we ain't wasting no time. He ain't riding in the truck with me 45 minutes, but you never know how long it's going to take me to get that demo out of the dealer.
Right.
I might get over there and they might say, well, we got to move this and get that. Oh, he ain't here right now. You just never know. But we're going to be producing the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time I get back with the Skag mower and I get
anything's a plus.
Yeah, and then 2 yards. I'm gonna go do 2 or 3 yards. I got Drew doing 2 or 3 yards. But meanwhile, while me and Drew were doing these yards individually, the third guy is on this 15-acre cut, steady cutting with a 60-inch X mower.
Yep.
So I don't know. Yeah, I could take him with me to the dealer, and he could sit in the truck or whatever, and production be totally zero.
Definitely get it done efficiently this way.
But if I can get him going on a mower that cuts, 5 or 6 acres an hour
at 8:30 in the morning,
at 8:45 in the morning,
yep.
Then let's go on and let him get started. And the mowers run great. I don't know what world this cat lives in where he's talking about I got junky mowers. They're lawn mowers, man.
Oh, they're top of the line.
These fucking mowers are fucking top of the line, dude. Yeah, they might not be brand new, but it don't matter. If I went and bought a brand new mower, it would look like that in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
You couldn't cut that yard with a a broken down mower. Man,
I
that yard was
mean,
thick.
you know,
couldn't do that.
these mowers that I got are made for this.